My first two videos were huge reviews of towns from the Sims 3 store, and for this one, I've decided to tone it down a little and focus on one lot in particular. It wasn't my intention at first to review stuff from the store specifically, but the more I learn about it, the cooler things I find. For this video, I'll be reviewing the Skylight Studio of Performing Arts. Starting off with Create a Sim, I am actually surprised. I didn't expect some clothes to come with what essentially is a single community lot with a couple of new objects, so it's a really nice addition. The Skylight Studio comes with some new sportswears for both genders and children, and if you've watched my previous reviews, you know that I like to use the one, the only, Tiffany Skylight Studio Pole Art to show you all the things that the packs have to offer. And let me tell you something, I don't know if it's me, but the hairs and the outfits available for female Sims look exactly like something straight out of her wardrobe in Flavor of Love, so I immediately love it. When it comes to the build and buy, I think it's a really well thought out addition. I haven't shown you the lot yet in its entirety, but what we are trying to achieve is a modern dance studio and a gym, and these objects not only make it possible, but they can also be used in a variety of different ways. I'm mainly talking about the various skylights that I'd say are the main build feature of this pack. They come in all different shapes and sizes, so you can make either a pyramid or a cube, but I'll get to that later. Other than the skylights that I already mentioned, there's a poster, a new wall light, some modern lockers, and a new gym equipment that obviously works the same as the one in base game, but if you don't have any other options, it's a nice addition definitely. The last four objects are the hot tub that works like every other hot tub in any other DLC, the public shower that works the same as the one that came with the Serenity Retreat as seen in Sunlit Tides Gold Edition, but this time it's a wall shower, so that's nice. And the two new objects that are the main selling points of this entire collection. I won't say everything about them now, because I'd like to first look at the lot that they come in with. Speaking of the lot, welcome to the Skylight Studio of Performing Arts, which is the real star of the show really. I'm going to be honest, just by looking at the outside, I'd say that it's very busy. I think what its real goal is to show you how you can differently use the stuff that I've mentioned previously. The skylights are used here everywhere, to a point where it can be a little too much for me, but they are used here as sculptures, pyramids, boxes and weird boxes or small triangular skylights. What I do appreciate with the outside is how well it fits with so many worlds. While researching, I found reviews where the slot was placed in Lucky Ponds, Sunlit Tides or Hidden Springs, and they all looked pretty good and fitting to the environment. I've placed mine in Sunset Valley, because that's where all the promotional material was placed, but I'd say that it's a huge plus that it can be placed in almost every world, maybe excluding very specific ones like Dragon Valley or Roaring Heights. On the inside, however, yeah, it's also very busy. There is a pool, a stage, and a huge entrance that's almost nearly empty. There's also an underground walk that's purely decorative, because nothing in there is actually of any use. That's because the more you walk up in this lot, the more stuff you can actually do. On the next floor, there are some bathrooms and a viewing area for the stage. Here you can also see the new showers, which are such a great addition. I wish we could have gotten them in the base game because they are so useful. What happens on the next floor is actually what we all came in for. Here you can find a dance studio and a gym, where probably all of the Sims that visit this lot will go on to use. But let's be real, the real star of the show is the room with the new dance beret, I think that's how you call it, and the new dance floor. On the highest floor, there's more of a dance studio, I'd say, where you can choose your style of music your Sims will dance to. However, it does not serve any other purpose than just giving you more of the same. It looks cool though. Starting with the Dance Baron, your Sims can actually learn ballet now. What I love about it is that it's one of the few skills that can be also learned by children, making it a great after-school activity that you can actually see happen and participate in. I'm also surprised by how many animations this object comes with. It's honestly surprising. Obviously, after a while your sim will start to repeat their movements, but it's not striking like with some other gameplay objects, especially for a store-specific object. The Dance Baron is also a great way to learn the athletic skill. From my experience, my Sims learn it much faster than by just simply working out. Having said that, it's obviously not suitable for every Sim and every family, but it's honestly so cool to see your Sims do stuff that's, I'd say, not so obvious. I think in The Sims 4 it could have either been a whole game pack, or maybe a rabbit hole where you can only imagine what's happening inside of. It's also very satisfying to see your Sim eventually improve with their dancing until they make pirouettes with ease. Once you start dancing, many Sims will also join you, so it overall makes this slot feel very alive and actually useful. I love this part of it. The next special object is the dance floor that actually adds some new dance styles. With this thing you can just dance, or club dance, ballet dance, chicken dance, mascot dance, smassle dance, or dance with a partner. And yeah, some of these might be similar to dances you've seen before from other DLCs, but others are brand new and add a much more needed freshness to some animations if you play this game as much as me. There are reviews on this slot, but it's not something I've seen to be used often, so it's nice to see some new animations and new gameplay that actually means something. Both of the new items also add a new dancing skill that makes the animations look smoother with every level. It's also just a nice addition overall that makes it even more worth it to buy this slot. And that's about it. Overall, I'd say that this slot serves its purpose and is a great addition to have in game. It's a unique gym that makes almost every other gym in every other world inferior to this one, and also adds new gameplay that is actually very useful and much more universal. Unless you are playing as some supernatural creature in medieval times, the slot can come in handy to give your child Sims some extra activities, or for your adult Sims to have a new place to work out or meet other townies. I personally find the design of the lot to be a bit over the top and too busy for my own liking, but I think EA did that on purpose. They used so much of the skylights and the new objects that it's overdoing it in some places, but it also means that this slot shows you how versatile the new objects are. Just by looking at it, it gives me some ideas on how I can use the new stuff in my own builds to make some interesting shapes, for example. I also think that not all of those new objects are necessarily only useful in gym lots. I can easily see some of those skylights used in a bar or a lounge, as well as a dance floor. So, although I may not agree with some of the design choices made by EA in this slot, I have to say that it's a great thing that you have this in your game, and I see it more positively than negatively. But yeah, having said all of that, thank you for watching, and don't forget to stretch before you work out. I'll see you in the next one.